Hi, Tom. Hi, Liana. Sophia
Hi.
Soda with the Nerds of Color. First of all, love both of you. Love your work in this show and love the show in general. It's so, so good.
Thank
Good.
you.
Of
We love
course.
making it. So
I
it's
I
nice
would
to hear.
imagine it's a lot of fun to make.
Mhm.
Excited to speak to the two of you together because I wanted to talk about your characters' relationship. What was your personal favorite aspect to explore? And what did you learn from working with each other on that?
Let me go ahead and kick this off. The aspect to explore that I found the most interesting was the kind of us against them. I love that, for a lot of it, you've got Kaylee and Chris's character, and Liana and our characters were so as a team, we were such a tight unit, which if you think about it, they're not a very great married couple. Like I know they touch in and out, but a lot of it's dysfunctional. It's not a particularly healthy. You don't aspire to be that couple. But actually, what we're doing, even though the stakes are so crazy and out there, for us to sort of like be in it together, I found it quite fun to almost antagonize them and annoy them with it. And then I'll just speak and make Liana blush. And I've said this already, but I'm going to say it again. Liana's so amazingly naturalistic in her performance that I really loved playing these scenes because she's so fucking talented that the scenes become normalized. I believe the stakes, whereas with any other actor, it could be in danger of being like, how the fuck do you believe in this? It's so crazy that we're doing this thing. But she's got such a wonderful, effortless naturalism that I found myself very quickly believing in these scenes, which were on a boring, blunt, fundamental level. It just makes your job easier and you can just buy into those stakes without going, oh, we're doing this crazy scene. You can just actually play the scene.
That is so nice, Tom. Thank you so much. To touch on what Tom said, Tom he actually would cry on uh my camera angle. I there was a moment where we were doing a scene in bed together, and he's actually I think the scene got cut.
Did
I
it?
think I think so, which
Oh,
is
my work. Oh my God.
hilarious.
Give us
But
all the details on it.
I know it's my coverage, and he has this like beautiful a few lines, and I looked over, and the camera was on me, and I was like, "Are you crying?"
By the way, let me be clear. Mid her take, like we done my coverage where I had to have a little tear come, and then it's on Liana's, and mid her take, she basically cuts her own take. Is like, "Are you crying?" I thought this is bizarre. I was like, "Of course I am. We're in the scene, man. We're rolling. Let's go."
It was really funny, but I mean, we have a very a good dynamic and friendship,
They
and
cut that scene. That was one of
I
my favorite scenes.
I know, I think they did. I have to go back and look, but we had a great time filming. I like Tori and Matt. I think that they have an interesting dynamic, and both of them have reasons for being in the relationship, and it's fun to see. I feel like that happens in real life too sometimes. Like you see a couple and you're like, how is that going to work? And then somehow it does. And I think that's sort of that's them in this show. So
Well, one of you needs to leak that scene or specifically that take where you where you ask him if he's crying. Someone needs to get that out there
I would
when the
love to
show
see a
comes out.
blooper reel.
I,
It
blooper
would
reel
be
would be
longer
iconic.
than the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the genre itself is so fun. I love a good dark comedy. Can you both tell me what you enjoy about the genre as an actor, or maybe a surprising aspect of it that you weren't expecting?
For me, I love exactly dark comedies are so rare and difficult to get right, I think. And I love watching them. I mean, the masters of that being the Coen brothers, where they get to push it. Tarantino as well, that they can really push it but to make people really care is quite remarkable when you can really care about a character. I'm thinking of like Fargo, and it's so kind of nuts, and it like feeds the body into the wood chipper, and it's just blood everywhere, and then you just really feel for Francis McDormand's character so much. You think, how are you managing to do this? It's a wonderful tightrope walk. So to be invited to do that and try and create something in that world was super appealing. And my favorite moments are when we get to do that, when you're getting to play a scene. Well, literally like the famous cut scene between Liana and I. You're doing a scene where really it means something. With this amazing director, Anu, who came back from season one, and she really encouraged us to like, let's play this scene like it's really upset. Let's go there. And you think, wow, this is nuts. I'm playing this ridiculous moment of like, and I'm like welling up and crying, and I'm talking about being a serial killer. And then 2 minutes later, you're going to be doing some ridiculous scene with breast pumps in a heart, and you get to be able to embrace that, and it makes you as an actor kind of it's like a full body workout for an actor. You're not just targeting one thing.
I fully agree. It definitely feels like a full body workout. I also think that with dark comedies, it takes you have to put an immense amount of trust in the writing because you have to be kind of hands off. And I think that at least with Tori, my goal was just to react as truthful as I could to the material that was being put at me. And I think that Tori is the kind of character where she's reacting a lot to things in this season. And the only way to really ground it is to respond as naturally as possible to it and trust that what's being thrown at her is funny enough and not to just and not to push it too hard. But it's an interesting challenge. At times you walk away and you're like, did that land? I'm not sure. But I think that I hope it does in the show.
Well, it does. I'm here to
Good.
tell you that. And
Great.
congratulations on incredible work in season 2. I can't wait for everyone else to see it. And thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Artist and professor, maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC in full